And joining us, a real troublemaker, Christine O'Donnell. She's in town. You are someone that ran for Senate in Delaware. I hate to call you a former candidate. It just sounds so, I don't know. You're an author. How about if I call you an author, Christine?
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you are in the Woodlands signing your new book, Troublemaker. We'll get to that in just a little bit. I got two questions right out of the box. First of all, should KTRH air the president's campaign speech next Thursday instead of, say, anything else?
Well, will you have a little commentary correcting what he's saying?
No, that's a good idea. I'll take that under advisement. All right, here's my second question. Christine, why are you people lying about your relationship with Sarah Palin, and why is it that she doesn't seem to like you so much anymore?
First of all, thank you for the opportunity to let me set the record straight. We're not lying, and I don't know what's going on there. But I can honestly say we've never lied, and I honestly have no idea. I was invited to go to this Iowa rally. I was then uninvited, and now I was re-invited and then uninvited. So I graciously accepted. I get that, this is, her rally, and let it be, but I can promise you I never lied.
Christine, I've got to say, your book is Troublemaker. Let's do what it takes to make America great again. But troublemaking seems to have followed you everywhere, including on this book tour with this right now. Seriously, this has got to be kind of a blow in one sense and yet frustrating as well.
Well, it's, making trouble in the good kind of way, upsetting the establishment status quo. I talk about it as an ideology and a mindset, which is an eagerness to step on people in order to get ahead. Maybe that establishment mindset has creeped into this middle-class movement as well. Who knows what's going on, and I wish everyone in Iowa the best, because I know that the organizers really worked hard to put this together.
Christine O'Donnell joining us here this morning. She's in the Woodlands signing her new book, Troublemaker. We'll give you details on that coming up. Hang on, Christine, if you can. I just want to ask you about the last time you actually spoke with Sarah Palin, and we'll get to that coming up in just a moment.
Now, back to Matt and your morning news.
Joining us this morning, a former Senate candidate from the state of Delaware, Christine O'Donnell, but she is more recently an author, a new book called Troublemaker. She is in the Woodlands, 6:45 tonight at Barnes & Noble. She'll be signing that book for you. Be sure to stop by. Christine, welcome to the show, and welcome to Houston.
Thank you for having me. I'm really looking forward to the signing tonight.
All right, now, let me ask you this. When was the last time you talked to Sarah Palin, either by text or by phone?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. I don't understand the relevance of all this.
Let me tell you why. Because in your book, you state a lot of things that people say are inaccurate. In your book, there's a lot of people that are saying that you wrote things that were not true, blatant lies, and this speaks to that. All that's going on here would once again shine a bright hot spotlight on you that you are not telling the truth. Are you someone that doesn't tell the truth?
Right, and the reason that they say that, the people who are saying that are the Delaware Republican establishment.
When was the last time you talked to Sarah Palin?
The last time I personally talked to her was about the time that I talked about in the book. We've exchanged a couple texts over the holidays.
Your people said you talked to her this week. Did you talk to her this week?
No, my folks never, ever said that, Matt. And that's and why would that be a reason to cancel me? Even so.
Because she doesn't want you on the same stage with her.
Well, then you have to ask her that question. But I did not lie, and I've tried to be very gracious about this. And what I think is happening is a lot of folks don't like the message of the Tea Party movement, and they try to spin and distract it in order to get the focus off of what's really happening in our country, which is we are about to go bankrupt, and folks like the folks at the Tea Party movement, the organizers of the event, are holding the establishment on both sides of the aisle accountable, so they'd rather create some catfight in order than in order to take the focus off of what's really happening.
But
and
Christine,
in my book, I talk about that.
Are you still part of the Tea Party? Do you still consider yourself full-fledged, even with everything that's happening?
Everything in my book, we verify at Troublemaker Book troublemakerbook.com. You can go directly to /chapter notes, or you can find it at troublemakerbook.com. Everything in my book we've documented because we knew that the establishment would want to try to get it out there, that it's full of inaccuracies. But again, look at who's putting that out there.
All right.
The Delaware GOP leadership.
I thank you for answering those tough questions.
No problem.
And that's
Thank
listen, I get people on here, I ask them tough questions. You did that. Tonight, Woodlands, Barnes & Noble, 645. Christine O'Donnell is there. Come by. She'll sign the book. Christine, welcome again to Houston, and thanks for coming on with us this morning.
Thank you, and I'll answer questions tonight, too, about the book. We can have a conversation about the book tonight. So
all right.
come by.
Very good. Thank you so much. Christine O'Donnell.